Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Léon the Professional by Luc Besson, starring Jean Reno and Natalie Portman. I have seen one of Luc Besson's films before, The Fifth Element. I love that film not only because it was an unapologetically good time, but the sci-fi and the world building in that film was excellent too. I'm a big fan of both Jean Reno and Natalie Portman's work. In fact, I just watched a young Natalie Portman in Michael Mann's Heat last week, which was an excellent movie for a variety of reasons. So do check that video out if you haven't yet. About The Professional, this is another one of the films I saw on TV growing up in the 90s. I think the last I saw or heard of it was over 15 years ago. I don't remember much except Jean Reno plays an assassin, I think, and he has to protect a young Natalie Portman. I know that it's considered a cult classic, and I got several dozen requests to watch this film, so it has to be worth the time. If there are any other Besson films you'd like to see on the channel, do let me know. By the way, I'm watching the full extended cut of the film, not only because this is the copy I could get my hands on, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is considered the definitive version of the film. Anyways, before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reactions to this film and over 100 movies, early access and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along. The link's in the description below, by the way. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos, like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Léon the Professional, Besson, Reno, Portman. Let's go! I wonder whether Luc Besson made any good films recently, because I haven't heard any films made by him. Gary Oldman? What? And Gary Oldman's name was in front of Portman's, which means he has a big role. Why don't I know this? Okay, that just made me very happy because Gary Oldman is an excellent actor. Okay, we're somewhere in Little Italy.
Let's talk business. Are you free Tuesday?
That's very interesting camera work. We haven't seen a character full frame yet. And it looks like he accepted the job. This is going to be a very stylized film.
There's a guy who wants to talk to you. He's coming up.
Somebody serious.
They're setting up Jean Reno's character to be very intimidating because we haven't seen him yet and we know he's capable of a lot. This is kind of like Batman in the sense that he's appearing out of nowhere and creating an atmosphere of fear. This is pretty much guerrilla warfare. They have no idea where he's coming from. Oh, I love how Besson just cut the music off.
Dial this number.
I'll talk to you later, sweetie. Okay? Bye.
So it's safe to say today's your last day in town and we'll never see your fat fucking face again.
Yeah. Yes.
Make sure he understands and let him go.
She looks like she's, what, 12 or 13 years old? And she's already smoking. And this goes to show how bad of an environment she's growing up in.
Hi.
Why did you hide a cigarette?
She's being abused.
What happened?
I fell off my bike. Don't tell my dad about the cigarette.
He's a neighbor.
I don't look at it. I don't touch it. I don't even know how to cut it.
I'm sorry. He said he didn't cut the dope.
Oldman can play a good guy and a bad guy, one of his many talents.
Find out who did by tomorrow, noon.
Wait. Hey, I didn't cut your shit.
It looks like he's the father. Oh, crap.
Get inside and do your homework.
I did it already.
Oh, yeah? Well, you can get inside and help your sister clean up the goddamn house.
Whatever your problems are, keep them to yourself. Do not pass them to your child. He has nothing in his life. So sad. So effing sad.
Please, release.
Hi, honey.
You never do my whole workout.
Now, Matilda left school without permission nearly 2 weeks ago. I know your husband paid tuition in advance for a year.
She's dead.
I don't think the parents have any idea that she left school. I don't think the story is slow quite yet, but it's very sad and depressing so far.
Possibly go wrong.
I wonder what film this is. Do let me know, guys.
Love has made me see things in a different way.
So this is how he spends his time.
Is life always this hard? Just when you're a kid.
Always like this.
He's being honest with the kid.
You want some milk? 1 quart or 2? It's 2, right?
And the music is kind of growing on me. Gary Oldman and his gang are here. I have a bad feeling about the father. Is he planning to kill everyone?
Stay here.
We said noon. I've got 1 minute past.
Touch the apartment.
Wife and daughter just got killed. And he has a little brother, right? The character is crazy, but Oldman's acting effing excellent.
Why don't you leave him alone?
I think it's better if we go inside, all right?
Poor girl.
Look what you did! You killed a 4-year-old kid!
The baby brother is dead. Oh.
Please open the door.
Young Natalie Portman can act. Look at the light. That is symbolic. Great filmmaking there.
The third one's missing. Find her.
Yo! I found it!
Bingo!
Your mother,
She's not my mother. Not even my real sister.
Ah, but his brother.
If you couldn't stand them, why are you crying?
Because they killed my brother. I was more of a mother to him than that goddamn pig ever was.
They're usually much nicer than people.
Aww.
Hi, Matilda.
He's trying to comfort her. After all, she's just a child, right?
How are you today?
I've seen better days. What's your name?
Léon.
Cute name.
I don't think Leon knows what to do with Matilda at this point. Bullet and guns.
Holy shit. What exactly do you do for a living?
Cleaner.
You mean you're a hitman?
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess he didn't expect her to react positively.
No women, no kids. That's the rules.
How much would it cost to hire someone to get those dirtbags who killed my brother?
$5,000 a head.
Wow.
$5,000 a head.
I work for you. And in exchange, you teach me how to clean.
No, it's not a deal.
Good night.
This is really good filmmaking. Yeah, he can't do that.
It's the third breakfast. You gotta take off.
Read it. You don't know how to read.
Take it. It's a goodbye gift.
If you don't help me, I'll die tonight. I can feel it.
I don't think you could do it.
Okay.
Matilda, don't you ever do that again or break your head.
Fill those out, please.
Daddy, can I please fill them out? You know how I like to check into hotels.
The score is really moving the plot forward. It's really growing on me.
How old are you?
18. I want you to teach me how to be like you.
Change ain't good, Léon.
Yeah. The closer you get to being a pro, the closer you can get to the client.
This is the first wide shot of New York City, and it's beautiful.
No women, no kids, right?
Breathe easy. Pretend you're running with him. Now.
I'm all right. I'm fine.
She actually hit her target with the first shot, which is encouragement for Léon. And Luc Besson is showing that plant so many times, so it must be important to the story.
No discussion.
Socrates. Let's play a game.
What kind of game?
I think the second act of the film is Léon and Matilda bonding.
Touched for the very first time.
She's doing Madonna.
Okay, who is it?
I don't know.
Anne Monroe.
Happy birthday.
I don't know.
It's making him uncomfortable. And Catherine. He doesn't know.
No.
I'm singing in the rain.
Gene Kelly?
Good.
John Wayne?
John Wayne.
John Wayne.
I was just about to say that. You love your plant, don't you?
It's my best friend.
If you really love it, you should plant it in the middle of a park so that it can have roots. I'm the one you should be watering if you want me to grow.
Oh. Oh.
Right.
I don't think she's ever had fun like this, and neither has he.
I missed you.
Been training.
You know, training don't pay as good as working, Léon.
I have a feeling this Tony Fixer guy will betray him.
All the money I make.
You met a woman. Léon, you gotta be careful with women. And already you were in deep shit because of a woman.
Ah.
It's your money. I mean, I'm just holding it for you, you know, like a bank.
I don't trust this dude.
I think I'm kind of falling in love with you.
Oh, that's an additional complication. It's a child, man.
What exactly does your father do?
He's a composer.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Except he's not really my father.
Huh.
He's my lover.
What the F? What's she getting at? She still loves her dolls, man. It's really uncomfortable to watch. Wow, looks like she saved up some money.
If you'll just take us step by step through exactly what happened.
He's actually a policeman.
Bang! We shot him.
He's actually a cop.
Did you follow the procedure?
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit!
So he's not even cooperating with his own peers.
Follow the blue car.
Transformers. I grew up watching that.
Present. How do you like it?
Can I have a word with you?
Oh. Okay, they need to get the F out of there fast.
It's for a contract. 20 grand, right?
Who?
I'm not taking it.
Why are you so mean to me?
Revenge is not good, Matilda. Believe me.
He's speaking from his past.
You expect me to forget?
Nothing's the same after you've killed someone.
If I win, you keep me with you.
And if you lose,
go shopping alone.
you're gonna lose, Matilda.
So what? It's up to you if I end up with a bullet in the head, huh?
Nothing.
That's a lie. This is a great scene, and it's making me very uncomfortable.
I love you, Leah.
Again, a sharp cut in music to emphasize how serious the situation is.
I win.
Oh, he actually introduces her.
But ain't there an age limit?
She's 18.
Oh, really?
She's officially in the fold now.
Here. I ring you, start talking.
Mister, I'm scared.
I wouldn't call this an action film, I guess. It's more of a thriller.
He's Sir.
Now the security.
That was insane!
The second goes higher on the chest. Aim for the heart and lungs.
This is brilliant.
There.
What are you fucking
Never
doing?
in the face.
What are you fucking...
We said no women, no kids. Who do you think this is gonna kill, donkeys and monkeys?
That's something I don't think he's ever considered before.
Now, it's clean. I thought we don't have the right to drink.
We're making an exception for your first client.
How about a kiss?
Matilda, stop, please.
Come on, just a kiss.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's a little uncomfortable to watch. Normal circumstances, if she was with her friends and, you know, just snuck in a drink, I'd be laughing. But her mind is in such a messed up place, I don't find this funny at all. Another montage. They're doing this more than a couple of times. I'm enjoying this film in the most uncomfortable of ways.
I'm looking for Mr. Rubin's apartment.
When it starts like this, you know, it's gonna be ugly. Better make it quick or else we'll be all day listening to his crap. What about the ring trick?
Show it to me, motherfucker.
That's the ring trick. I was thinking, if something happens to me someday, I'd like you to give her my money.
You can count on me, Léon.
Thank you, Tony. Since I met you, everything's been different. So I just need some time alone.
Off topic for a second, I remember a film called Matilda. I think I watched it growing up, but I don't remember anything except that little girl has like powers or something. If that's worth watching on the channel, do let me know. Oh no. She's actually going for it herself. Oh.
What's your name, Angel?
You killed my brother.
And you want to join him?
Smoking, man, he's dead. They told me this guy came from the outside.
It's Léon.
I'm a cop. No women, no kids.
Did you take her up to my office?
All right, yeah.
Gary Oldman is acting his ass off. Oh my god.
I'm gonna do them myself. I know I'll feel better after I do this.
Now he's got no choice. You can see the relief on Leon's face.
Do you like it?
Yes.
You know, girls' first time is very important.
No.
Matilda, no.
Why not?
Because you're a child, man.
You love someone else?
No. There was someone a long time ago.
The girl Tony was talking about earlier.
She was from a very respectable family. Her dad went nuts every time she take off to see me.
But she still snuck off to see you, right?
I killed her. One shot to the head. They said it was an accident. So, one night I waited for him 500 feet with a lens. He also had an accident. You see, Matilda, I won't be a good lover.
Sick of watching you sleeping on your chair. We're gonna share the bed. Put your legs up on the bed. Yeah, it's nice.
I think Léon treating Matilda as an adult and telling her the truth about the woman he loved made her accept the situation.
I have a lot of respect for your business, Tony. I'm dying to meet him.
Sleep well?
I never really sleep.
2 knocks, then 1 and 2 knocks again, right?
It's almost like he's never been on a bed before. Jeez, Tony gave them up.
Is there a code, a way of knocking so he knows it's you?
Wow, smart girl.
Be careful.
Just like Batman, he appears out of nowhere and takes them out.
Bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
I don't have to tell you guys how much I love Gary Oldman and his acting. What a great villain. I hate him so much. I'm as scared as much as these guys right now.
Don't move.
Oh! His plant. They're going to take the ventilation system. Good God, that's a proper machine gun. I wonder whether it's an M60 or not.
It's barely big enough for me.
We said no discussion.
I won't go! I won't go!
Listen to me. You've given me a tasteful life. I want to be happy, sleep in a bed, have roots. You'll never be alone again, Matilda. Go.
Oh man, he has no plans of getting out. I don't think he can.
I love you too, Léon.
Holy explosion.
Get a medic on the horn!
Oh man, I think that's actually Léon. Smart.
What? You're 200 men and you can't find one man and a girl?
We only have, what, less than 10 minutes now. He sees him. I saw him in the background. And just as he's about to make his exit. That's very unusual for the protagonist and the antagonist never to even speak. That's so creative.
This is from Matilda.
The ring trick.
Shit.
I cannot begin to explain how satisfying that was. He gives his own life and takes the antagonist with him.
I should hold the money for you, till you're older. Like a bank,
He's playing the same scam like he did with Léon.
I can clean.
The game's over. Leon's dead.
There is no light at the end of the tunnel, at least for Matilda.
My parents died.
You have to stop lying to me, Matilda. And trust me.
My family got shot down by DEA officers. Because of a drug problem, I left with the greatest guy on earth. He was a hitman, the best in town. But he died this morning, and if you don't help me, I'll be dead by tonight.
Did the school accept her? She's giving the plant roots.
I think we'll be okay here, Léon.
The school did accept her. I guess it's a bittersweet ending. This was an excellent film with so much depth. What a great recommendation, guys. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, wow, that was a great film. I had no idea Gary Oldman was in it, and thank goodness I didn't find out till I saw the film, because his performance was just amazing. So were the performances from Jean Reno and Natalie Portman. Luc Besson made an almost perfect film, and apart from the few jumps in logic, like the fact that we only got to see a corrupted version of the DEA and no actual policeman, this film was just great. Apart from that one weakness, I would consider the strengths of the film to be its writing, directing, acting, cinematography, and music. So let's start with the writing and directing by Luc Besson. Like I said before, the only other Besson film I've watched so far was The Fifth Element, which was a good film. But oh my goodness, this was on another level. I don't know what scenes were cut for the theatrical edit, but this did feel like the definitive version of the film for me, since all the scenes shown by Besson, they looked important. So I don't know which scenes were cut for the theatrical edition. This is a film told in a very traditional three-act structure. In the first act, we violently get introduced to the three main players in the story. Léon is shown to be a lonely hitman working for the Italians in New York City. He has nothing in his life except for his beloved plant that he regards as his best friend. Living on the same floor, we see Matilda, a young girl who's clearly abused by her father and stepsister to some extent. Or half-sister, was it? Things really start picking up when Matilda's father steals cocaine from a corrupt and crazy DEA agent, Stansfield, played by Gary Oldman. Stansfield literally goes nuts after finding about the coke and kills Matilda's entire family while she goes out for groceries. She's taken in by Léon, and the second act was mostly her learning to be a hitman like him, all the while helping him and bringing in some much needed stability in Leon's life. The second act was wonderful to watch, as we really get to see a bond growing between these two characters. Matilda, being the immature girl she is, thinks that she's fallen in love with Léon, something that bothers him. But on the other hand, he's never felt anything about anyone since his own tragic story, so it's almost like a moral dilemma for him. Not really though, since she's clearly a child and Léon loves her more like a father or an older brother. Only after treating her like an adult, which she always wanted, she realizes that he's not interested in her romantically. By the third act, Matilda and Léon are pretty much partners, and she has seen her fair share of assassinations. All the time, she hasn't forgotten the murder of her family, and especially of her baby brother. So she decides to try and kill Stansfield herself without the help of Léon. Things go predictably wrong, and Léon has to step in to save her multiple times, ultimately dying for her and taking Stansfield with him. He tells her he loves her as the last thing he says to her, along with the death of Stansfield. It made for an excellent ending, in my opinion. Although the film ends in a bittersweet note, the viewer is reminded that this is what life is, and not everything is rainbows and butterflies. Matilda loses pretty much everything, but we see her planting her roots, both metaphorically and physically, by rejoining the school and planting Léon's best friend, the plant. I have real respect for Besson in choosing such a bleak ending for the film. He doesn't sugarcoat the truth from the audience, and from Matilda too. He treated almost every character with respect and gave them motivations for their actions. The only thing I couldn't reconcile is the fact that we don't get to see any regular police officers at all. For example, where were the police after the shooting at the DEA office? Where were the police after the multiple homicides in multiple locations? There were no repercussions for their assassinations. There were no investigations. The DEA is the Drug Enforcement Agency, but I don't know whether they're equipped to handle city murders. Are they? Anyways, that's the only flaw I found with the main story. The cinematography and editing for the film were excellent and very intimate. Apart from a few landscape shots, most of the camera work was very up close and personal, and that's what I mean by intimate. The choice of using prime lenses in both intimate and assassination moments really made the audience feel like they were in the same room as Léon or Matilda. The editing in the film was very clean too. The aftermath of almost every crime scene was shown in detail, and I don't believe that there were any sharp cuts in the editing process. Speaking of sharp cuts though, the music of the film got better as the film moved along. At first, I have to admit, the score did sound a little generic to me, but it grew. The score itself was very art house, loud and used to great effect. One amazing thing that Besson did with the score is the sharp cuts to silence whenever he wanted to either cut through or emphasize something, especially tension. I thought that was quite brilliant, and I wonder why more directors don't choose to do this, since it was so very effective in this film. The sound design of the guns and the explosion warrants a special shout out to. Jean Reno plays Léon, the professional. He was just great in his role, subdued, depressed, and almost giving up on his life till he meets Matilda. I've seen quite a few films from him, mostly in smaller roles, but I think this might have been his best performance that at least I've seen. The change in his character was just wonderful to see, and him having a new lease on life, having something to live and fight for, was just great writing. It was great character development. I wasn't even mad at the fact that he died at the end because of two things. His story arc came to a natural conclusion, and the fact that he took out Stansfield with him. Natalie Portman played Matilda, an abused girl with nothing left in the world. Fueled by revenge and love for Léon, her character development was also top-notch. So was her performance. She showed a range of emotions for such a young actor. It was honestly impressive. I really felt for her, and Portman actually convinced me that she was really messed up in the head. Especially that subplot of her thinking that she was in love with Léon. She was a child at heart, ultimately, and even though she acted like an adult, she wasn't. Her going back for the money for that 20 grand in her old apartment and coming out with a teddy bear too proves my point. She was a child, and what a great start to Portman's career. Finally, Gary Oldman played the corrupt DEA agent Stansfield. Although we get to see him for less than 30 minutes of the runtime, he really stole the show for me with his crazy performance. Oldman is one of the greatest living actors right now, and this film was a great example of his range. He can play a good guy like Gordon in Batman, or an unhinged murderer like his character in this film. I have nothing but the highest praise for his performance, since I loved his acting and hated his character. His death scene was so satisfying to watch, I can't really explain it. I have mentioned the only criticism I have of this film, the fact that we don't get to see the regular police doing regular police work, but I guess some creative liberties have to be taken in order to tell a good story, so all is forgiven. Overall, Léon the Professional was a top-tier thriller film with excellent direction, writing, acting, and music. Luc Besson did a fantastic job with the story and his actors. The performances by Jean Reno, Natalie Portman, and especially Gary Oldman were award-worthy. That complemented by an excellent filmmaking and character building elevates this film from good to great. I can clearly see why this is regarded as a cult classic, probably a classic soon. It was excellent, and I cannot recommend this film highly enough. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.